We are going through the greatest technological and economic transition in human history, and our political class is totally asleep at the switch about it. It's crazy to me. I mean, it's like an elephant in the center of the country just tearing things up and like devastating communities and taking whole like categories of livelihoods and making them obsolete. And our politicians are like, hey, who knows what's going on? Like, I don't know why that happened.
Adeo Ressi was on our show a couple times, the Founder Institute, and he calls it the plane. We're all on the plane, and the plane is, the pilots have fallen asleep, and we're just chilling on the back of the plane, sipping wine, looking out the window. Oh, it's going down. But some of us, our lenses, our visual, we're able to perceive the plane going down. But and so a lot of the people that are perceiving the plane going down are in New York and SF and LA, Seattle, these different metropolitan hubs where, interestingly enough, you write about it, all these collegiate graduates, people from, and especially from Detroit and Cleveland and Birmingham, these central areas in the US as well, myself included from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, I've migrated out to these technological hubs. I want to experience the network effect. I want to be around the leading scientists and entrepreneurs, and that's why I'm here. And we're seeing that migration happen, and these people are now saying, hey, look around you. This is the major time that's coming up.
Well, we know it because we're working on it. I have friends who are directly automating away many jobs. They know it. It's in their business plan. They have the line item. They say, we're going to save you this much money. Technology often sees human labor as a flaw to be fixed and done away with and ironed out. So it's the people that are working on it or are closest to the scene who will say, look, guys, this is not going to be some gentle transition. And even if you look at the Industrial Revolution, it had mass riots and violence and popular movements. Labor unions came into existence in 1886. Labor Day was inaugurated because of riots that killed dozens of people and caused billions of dollars of damage. I mean, that's why they have like Labor Day. It's like, oh snap, like, laborers are freaking revolting. Let's give them a holiday. And we instituted universal high school in 1911. So, and in large part because of a response to what was happening. So the Industrial Revolution was really, really rough. And this time is going to be much, much worse. According to Bain, it's going to require labor absorption at between 3 and 4 times the rate of the Industrial Revolution.
What does labor absorption mean?
Well, what that means is that you have workers who are losing their jobs who manage to find new jobs. And so the Industrial Revolution, again, massive conflicts and strife. And according to Bain, this time you're going to need to somehow have a reintegration of labor at a much, much higher pace. And if you look at the numbers right now, they're really discouraging because the efficacy rates of government-sponsored retraining are between 0 and 37%, really bad. I mean, 37 is being very, very generous, honestly, because that's just one study said 37% of people trained for this industry went into that industry. And so some of that would have happened without the retraining, presumably. So we're terrible at retraining. And right now, the rates of Americans moving from one state to another for any reason also at a multi-decade low. So you have a labor market that's not dynamic at all. And then you're saying, hey, it's time to have a transition happen at 4 times the rate of the Industrial Revolution. I mean, the odds of that happening magically, painlessly, seamlessly, 0, essentially. Yeah. And our government is, again, asleep at the switch where instead of putting to work massive incentives or really empowering people to be able to adapt, we're just hoping the market figures it out, which it will not.